Hi everyone, Sunday, and a bit of redness in my face. I was out in the sun yesterday. What can I say? Getting a bit of vitamin D in myself. Stop that clapping. I'm sure anybody that's watching this says, why does he clap his hands? I guess it's just a nervous reaction sort of thing. Today's question is, does aspirin prevent a heart attack? Now, after I had my heart attack, I was prescribed, after it got sent home, it was 4 tablets a day. I probably won't be able to pronounce one of them, but there was the aspirin for thinning the blood. There was biposterol, which I think controls the heart rate, I'm not quite sure. There was penpetrol, and then the Aspirin or something like that there, which actually lines your stomach so that the aspirin doesn't make your stomach bleed. It protects you from that, and it actually works, that last one, because they had a shortage of it there for a while, and I found I was taking aspirin on its own, and after I had been doing this for about a month without getting stomach lined, I actually started suffering from heartburn. So always make sure if you're taking aspirin, you have that other tablet that will line your stomach and stop any sort of bleeding. Now, the question is, does aspirin prevent a heart attack? In all honesty, does anything prevent a heart attack? I personally don't think anything will prevent a heart attack. If you're going to have a heart attack, you're going to have a heart attack. I've heard of people that, I know a guy in my street, and he had a heart attack, a very mild heart attack, and he went on this sort of health binge and jogging. He was jogging every day, 3 times a day. After about 6-7 months, the guy had a stroke, and he's never been the same since. And you hear of younger people, people that are really fit, taking a heart attack. So basically, can an aspirin prevent a heart attack? Can anything prevent a heart attack? What you can do is you can reduce the risks of yourself getting a heart attack. There's certain things you can do, and you prevent a heart attack by statistics, really. You're going to reduce your chance of, if you've got 100% of having a heart attack by your bad habits, you can reduce these habits and you reduce your risks of having a heart attack. It's that simple. And aspirin falls into that category, so it does. And aspirin is really beneficial. I take a 75 ml of aspirin daily. I take it in the morning. Some people take it at night time before they go to bed. I have been thinking of doing that, because some doctors have researched and said that if you take the aspirin before you go to bed at night, it's more beneficial and protective, because more heart attacks sort of happen during that period of the night, sort of like 2 o'clock in the morning till like 7 o'clock in the morning. And fair enough, whenever I get up out of bed on that Sunday morning, I had my heart attack at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, there could be a case for that. So, who knows? And then there is a case of the aspirin where I've known and heard of a case where someone has took a heart attack. Now, this hasn't just happened once, it's happened numerous times, where someone has taken a heart attack. They're waiting on the ambulance to come. They've got a clot, and someone has put like a 300 ml aspirin underneath their tongue. And while that aspirin is dissolving underneath the tongue, it's getting through the blockage and allowing blood to flow through until an ambulance will arrive, and it will save your life. So aspirin can save someone's life. What you don't do is you don't take an aspirin if you haven't had a heart attack, or you're worried about having a heart attack. Maybe you're sort of in your 50s or 60s. If you're worried sort of that you're going to have a heart attack, see your doctor first. Get your doctor's advice on whether it's beneficial to you to take like a small aspirin, a 75 ml aspirin a day, and to sort of reduce that risk of a heart attack. Note I say reduce the risk of a heart attack, not prevent a heart attack. Reduce the risk of a heart attack, which is the same in everything in life, like the biposterol and the other tablets, exercise, not smoking, not drinking, various other factors like a good diet. They all reduce your risks of a heart attack. They will not stop a heart attack, but I'm all for aspirin. I would not stop taking my aspirin. Aspirin thins your blood. It's, aspirin basically will stop platelets from sort of breaking off, sticking and forming a clot. There might be, the occasion when it doesn't, but I had a heart attack 13 years ago, and 13 years of taking the aspirin on a daily basis, I am almost sure that the aspirin does reduce my risk of having a heart attack. I cannot sort of put my hand up and say aspirin can prevent a heart attack, because that would be a silly thing to say. Aspirin helps to prevent a heart attack. I myself will never stop taking an aspirin because I believe in the aspirin. So all I can say to you, my friends, is if you've had a heart attack, definitely take your aspirin. Be like me. I have like a wee plastic vial thing in my pocket in which I carry a 300 ml tablet of aspirin, just in case I'm sort of out or something like that, or I'm sort of up in bed or something, and I feel like a heart attack coming on. I would then phone for the ambulance first. First thing you do, phone for an ambulance. And then if it's a really bad pain in your heart and you're struggling to breathe, slip the aspirin under your tongue. And it does help. Aspirin does dissolve in your mouth, and it does go down there, and it does, it goes through the blockage. It will make a small passage enough through the blockage to let some blood flow. And that could be the difference between the ambulance arriving and getting you to the hospital and saving your life and not saving your life. All for the sake of 300 ml aspirin. And, be safe, my friends. Be safe. If you have a YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel, because I feel like nobody's watching me. I sometimes feel like I'm talking to myself. And a lot of times, I live on my own. I do talk to myself, because it's always my theory that if you talk to yourself, you see what people say to you and you're talking to yourself, and people say, oh, why are you talking to yourself? My answer to that is, I always talk to myself, because when I go to bed at night, I can actually turn around and say I've had one intelligent conversation during the day. Boom, boom. Anyway, back to the serious side. Aspirin. Yeah, definitely, if you've had a heart attack, take one a day, 75 ml. If you haven't had a heart attack, but you're worried about having a heart attack, ask your doctor for advice as to whether you should take one on a preventive basis only, and see what he says. You'd also need a tablet to sort of line your stomach as well. You can't sort of take aspirin on its own, or your stomach would bleed. It's not a good thing. For that alternative, if someone's having a heart attack, or if you're having a heart attack and you're waiting on the ambulance to come, do get like a wee plastic sort of box and put a 300 ml aspirin in it, because trust me, my friends, it could save someone's life in the street, someone's life in a supermarket, someone's life in work, or it could save your own life while you're lying in bed or watching in television or a movie or something like that. But as I say, subscribe to my channel, hit the wee like button and watch my future videos, and do leave comments. Comments are the best way of finding out things. I keep saying this and stressing this after every video. You learn a lot online, you learn a lot from books on heart disease and stuff like that, but the best things I've learned in my life after my heart attack is from other people that have had heart attacks. Learned so much. That is where you find out things. And these are the people, that can advise you, because they've been there, they've had the experience. So if you've had an experience, or you have any tips on aspirin yourself and what you think about aspirin, or any adverse reactions, or you've seen somebody that's had their life saved by the 300 ml tablet, please leave a comment below. Let's all discuss it. Anyway, my friends, thank you very much for watching my video. I'll be back tomorrow. Not quite sure what to talk about tomorrow night, but you know me, I can talk about anything. Thank you very much for watching. You take care. Bye-bye.